What kind of place is this?
Yo, what's up guys, it's Trickies, and today I'm here to tell you, well, I've officially lost all hope in the zombies community, and, you know, I swear, it just gets worse and worse every month. I know I've said this like 100 times, but it really does get worse. Now, if you don't already know, recently some YouTubers have been blowing up making 50-second clip content, and are making a lot of money and getting massive views off the most lackluster videos I've ever seen on YouTube. And if you don't know about this, go watch my past video I made. It's called How to Get Free YouTube Views 101. And if you haven't seen that video, I'd suggest watching it before you watch this one, because these kind of go together. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but ever since these guys started blowing up, I've been seeing so many polls in my recommended. And the weirdest part to me is that I'm not even subbed to these guys or anything, and for some reason YouTube just keeps force feeding these polls and videos in my recommended. And it's like, come on dude, how many times can I see a video titled, "You never knew this about zombies," or "Only 0.01% of players can do this"? It's just getting ridiculous. All the recycled titles and all the recycled videos are just getting ridiculous. Although the views aren't really there as much as they used to be months ago. But for some reason, I'm still seeing these polls pop up every day. Every day I go on YouTube on my phone, I just see some ridiculous poll and I go in the comments, and it's just so hilarious looking at how bad these takes are, and I just couldn't help myself, so I had to make a video on it. Now, you might be wondering what kind of polls these are that I'm talking about, and well, here, I'll show you an example of what kind of ridiculous takes these guys have. Now, here's this poll ran by Chicken Teller, and it asks, what is the easiest zombies map? Now, any normal person would immediately think, oh, you know, Revelations or World at War Shino. But no, this is the casual zombies community we're talking about here, and these people have absolutely no common sense. And you know what they voted the easiest map? They voted Kino der Toten. Out of all of zombies, every game, they voted Kino der Toten as the easiest map. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. And it's not like nobody's voting on these polls either. I mean, this poll literally has 55,000 votes, so that means about 27,000 people think that Kino is the easiest map in zombies out of 55,000. I mean, come on, that is absolutely ridiculous. But seriously though, everyone that voted on this poll's got to be watching too much Johnny J.
I think the world record for Kino, and I forget who holds the record, so I apologize to whoever I'm calling out, but I don't think that game is particularly skillful.
But yeah, this video is pretty much just to look through some of these polls with you guys, and we're gonna look at some of the funniest and most ridiculous takes together, and I'm gonna kind of just give my opinion on the polls and stuff. And we're also going to be looking through a lot of the comments of these polls, and I'm going to tell these people why they're wrong and stuff. So yeah, now you might be thinking, you know, but Trickies, let these people vote however they want, they're just casuals, you know? And you know what, fair point, but this poll would disagree with you entirely, because as you can see, 58% of people consider themselves high round players. And this is the same guy that made the poll in the last one. So these are probably, you know, the same people that voted on the last poll. But still, this is a lot of people. I mean, I would say this is probably like 10 times the amount of people that are actually in the high rank community in general. Not even high rank players, the amount of people in the high rank community. And I mean, this is a lot of people that consider themselves high rank players. So now let's start off by going through some of the comments, and let's go back to the first poll where we're looking at what is the easiest zombies map, and let's see why these people think Kino's the easiest map. Now, this first comment I found is the most ridiculous thing I've ever read in my life. And it says, Der Riese was the easiest in my opinion, followed by Kino. I used to die on high runs all the time on purpose just so I could get some sleep. Or you could just pause the game, like what? I mean, I swear dude, it's like casuals forget that the pause button exists. I mean, the amount of people I see coming in like my stream or like Krupp stream or anyone who plays zombies high rounds, I see so many people, at least once per stream, I see someone coming in and ask, dude, have you been playing for 40 hours straight with no breaks? How do you sleep? It's like, dude, no, there's a pause button. Like, did you forget it existed? It's like, dude, high-end players are humans too. We're not some kind of demigods. We don't just sit in our chair for 40 hours and play zombies. We have to eat and sleep just like everyone else. I mean, come on, dude. But anyway, back to this hilarious comment where this guy claims that he had to kill himself so he could actually sleep, which, you know, that's one way you could do it, I guess. But yeah, next time just know there's a pause button. But yeah, anyway, he says Der Riese is the easiest map, but he gives zero reasoning for why. And honestly, Der Riese is one of the harder maps. If you're playing on World at War, of course. Now, if you're playing on BO1 and you know what you're doing, if you're playing like KJ or something, it's really easy. So Der Riese could be like one of the easier maps out of BO1. But if you include every single game, Der Riese is definitely on the harder end, for sure. Now, this guy says Buried is the easiest, and his reasoning is, one, because you could lock the box in place of Leroy. That doesn't really make the map any easier, to be honest. It just makes the setup less painful. 2, you can grab 1,000,000 points from the bank, which again, that doesn't make the map any easier. It just makes the setup easier. Honestly, past round 20, that doesn't even matter on like most zombie maps. It doesn't really matter how many points you have. It only matters on like Der Riese or Kino if you're, you know, playing trade strat or triple trap on Kino. Points don't really matter a lot. You don't have to like really focus on them. It only really matters in the setup. And third, he says you can get Perkaholic before they existed, which I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know they had Gobblegum in BO2. Someone's got to fact check that for me. I'm pretty sure last time I played BO2 they didn't have any Gobblegums. Now I get what he's saying, dude, and I mean he just means you can get every perk. I don't know why he had to word it like that, where you get a Perkaholic before it existed. I mean it's just called getting every perk. That's not just buried. That's like most maps. You can do it in like Origins. You can do it in a lot of BO1 maps as well. You can do it in Call of the Dead. You can do it in Shang. You can do it in Moon. Now here's another guy that actually doesn't know that the pause button exists. He says, played Kino till I fell asleep. He misspelled till. Circling in the theater until 8:14 a.m. the next day. It's a classic though. I'm pretty sure he's trying to say that Kino's the easiest map. I think that's what he's saying. I mean, this is written by like an 8-year-old from what I can tell, but yeah, he gives zero reasoning for why it's the easiest map, except for he played it until 8:14 a.m. the next day. That's a great reason. And the thing I hate about this pull the most is the fact that it doesn't even specify like World at War Shino. It just says Shino, so if we're talking like BO1 Shino or BO3, that should be in the conversation for the hardest maps, not the easiest. So, I mean, next time try to specify World at War Shino, because that's definitely the easiest map in all the zombies. Now, here's another comment in response to a poll that I'm not going to show because it's not really relevant, but the poll's asking, what's your favorite Origin stuff? And this guy was pretty much saying how lightning is way better than the wind and the ice staff. Which is hilarious, because we all know the wind and the ice staff are way better than the fire and the lightning. It's not even close. But anyway, this guy was pretty much talking about how good the lightning staff was, and here's this hilarious response saying lightning can't do anything on around 50, ice is one charged hit until 220 or something when the game glitches, which I don't even know how to respond to this. Like, this is one of the most hilarious comments I've ever seen. First off, round 220 is not even possible in Origins. It's not even close to possible. The highest round achieved right now is like 151 or something. I don't remember the exact round, but I mean, dude, it's airs after like 27 hours or something. Don't quote me on that because I don't remember 100%, but dude, the game literally airs after like 27 hours. So yeah, round 220 is not even close to possible. Man, sometimes when I'm reading through some of these comments, it just leaves me having the same reaction that Krebs has when he misses a waft shot.
Wow.
Alright, I've got another poll here, and we just looked at what the easiest zombies map is, so you know what, why don't we figure out what the hardest zombie map is? Now you can see that my vote actually went to Verrucht. Most of the votes went to Shang, which is fair. Although I'm kind of confused on Noct. Why is that even on here? Noct is one of the easiest maps in zombies, especially World at War version, especially BO3 version, even BO1 version is extremely easy. But yeah, let's start going through the comments and see what these guys have to say. Now this guy says, man, I've played every one of these zombies maps extensively, and Shangri-La really isn't that difficult. You just have to know where to not to be. Avoid the underground area. And this is hilarious because we all know, both of the high-round strats are actually played in the underground area. So this literally makes no sense. And this just goes to show, if you ever see anyone with the name Bruh, you just know not to trust whatever they have to say. Now we've got a comment here from Dalton Glass, whose name should have actually been Dalton I'm on Glass, because this comment literally makes zero sense. It says, 5 and Shangri-La were the only BO1 zombies maps on that list, laughing emoji. And yeah, this is one of those that must have been typed by another 8-year-old, because 4 out of the 5 maps on this list are actually from BO1, so I don't know what he's talking about. So that's one point that already makes no sense. And why did he put the laughing emoji? Literally don't even see what's funny about this. The only thing that's funny in this comment is the way you type Shang. Now this guy says that 5 is much harder than the other maps because of the wonder weapons, which is really funny because Verrucht literally has the same wonder weapons as 5, and Verrucht literally doesn't have PAP, so you have the same wonder weapons, but you also have the crossbow in 5, so that literally makes no sense. That's a horrible argument. And then he says Verrucht has the stupid spawns with OP traps, which makes no sense because the traps are just as OP as they are on 5. I mean, they do the same thing. They're both electric traps, and the spawns work the same on both maps, unless you're playing on World at War. He says the trash spawns really make a difference, which I don't even know what he's talking about. Also, what's up with the casual community and hating the baby gun? I mean, seriously, this is like the most unique wonder weapon of all time, and it's probably the best wonder weapon of all time. 56% of people would delete it from existence when it's probably the most creative wonder weapon.
It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
Honestly though, these people just need to be disqualified completely from talking about zombies. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Now I will say it's kind of hard to cover all of these polls and stuff in just one video, so I actually decided to make this into a series that I'm gonna add on to more over time. And I still have so many polls and stuff that I want to cover, and it's not just like YouTube polls either, it's like Twitter and Twitch, people in the YouTube comments and stuff. There's just so much I can make videos on, so if you guys want to see more of this series, make sure to leave a like. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and hope you have a nice weekend. Peace.
Your mum's gay.